What's up, gang? This is Dominic DeAngelo of OneTrueSportTV.com, and I'm of several other outlets, FourHorsemenNetwork.com, which we're associated with, RVDTV.com, and this is episode 2 of Cleaning Up the Dirt Sheets. So I did my first episode, if you haven't checked it out yet, just covers the state of the pro wrestling journalism business, and the overall state, a little rocky, I would say. And it always will be, I think. And I explain those reasons why. And part of the reasoning will be in this episode, where I talk to you about how you or anybody can become a dirt sheet writer. Um, there's Everybody's got their own path. I'm sure you've heard that before. And I've had mine. I explained that in episode 1, so I won't bore you with the details again. But I will say it is relatively easy to do, and you just have to be willing to not get paid that well, if at all, to start off. Particularly now, there are plenty of outlets. If you're writing for an outlet, you should be getting paid some kind of sum. Not like you shouldn't just be, but I will say that's wouldn't be the expectation. You have to have extremely low expectations if you're going to become a dirt sheet writer. If you want to write about wrestling, it's such a niche genre that you like you're you're not making money doing this. As I said in episode 1, very rarely can this be a one job. Like people are very fortunate when that happens for them, and it's a very, very rare occasion. Like I've seen people that work for like name outlets, like name brand outlets, like bigger than pro wrestling, and I don't believe that's it's paying them a healthy living wage. That's just my guess. But so what I want to talk about is I didn't really get too into detail of how I did get into some pretty good detail actually, but I'll give you some basis of how I kind of started, like, and how it started was I would listen to PW Torch, like I said last episode, but I started volunteering, contributing to PW Torch, doing like little overall articles, feature pieces. One thing I did was regarding Kevin Owens in a major. I think it was a major. Yeah, it was him in an angle with John Cena. So this was like 2015, and I made comparisons to Game of Thrones. Can't remember the article. I really enjoyed it though. I liked writing about it. Anywho, so I just I did that, and I did that okay, and then I started doing like a listicle thing for him, like the top 25 wrestlers. There's the top 50 wrestlers of the 1990s. I can't remember. I don't think I've ever completed it. I don't think it ever had. But it was good. I enjoyed doing it. It was like little articles. I think I do like 5 at a time and explain my reasoning why they ranked on this place and things like that. I should try to revisit that at some point. But anyways, it was contributing. I wanted to do more. And Wade and Pat McNeil, I think. No. Wade was curious if I would they were starting a new side website called PW Podcast, where basically you would transcribe the podcast, or recap the podcast, what would happen, what was talked about, and like you'd provide timestamps and stuff like that. So literally I would listen to the Pat McNeil show on there, and he would be interviewing a lot of like indie wrestlers, were a lot of them, and like wrestler or TNA wrestlers or things like that at the time. And so I would just timestamp, write little recaps. I didn't get paid for it. I just contributed. I just wanted to do it. So how you do it is you have to really be into it. Okay. And if you're a fan, you will probably be into it. And you like writing, you will probably be into it. So I ended up doing my own thing, my own blog, Pittsburgh-based blog. But then, yeah, I was like, I should try to find a way to get paid for this. And so I started volunteering for WrestleZone and doing their ROH show recaps and just volunteer work. Then April 2018, I got a phone. No, I got an email from Nick Houseman about, hey, do you want to hop on part time with us? And I was like, heck yeah, I do. Boom. That's how you did it. That's how, and like, how do you survive as doing it? You have to care about it. You have to find solace in, hey, I'm writing and I'm doing something that I'm covering something that I love to do, and it's nice to get a little bit of pay out of it. But is this going to be a long term thing? No, no. It's not going to be something sustainable. And you have to kind of go with that expectation. Now, can you turn it into something? This could be a good launching pad for you if you really like writing and you want to do something even more. Like that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I am at my own other shoot job that I do. I have another job I have to worry about now. And I won't disclose what it is on here, but if you hear my other shows, you might know what it is. You probably do if you've tuned into me before. I am not ashamed of it. There's no reason to be. I like my other job, but ultimately, I would like to make this like a full-time thing. Wrestling coverage might be a little tough. You never know. You never know. You got to find a groove, and you got to make money. And there's a lot of content production and everything like that. So the landscape is changing. If you're simply writing and covering things, like you're spinning a lot of plates, and you're, by all accounts, not making a lot of money. So how do you get into it? I think now a lot of people will tell you, don't work for free. And yeah, I can understand that. I think though, if you need practice and you want to get in, there is absolutely nothing wrong with being like, hey, can I just contribute? Can I volunteer and do something just so you can see what I'm capable of and things like that? Because, not everybody is hiring, but like there's a lot of websites out there. So, you can find something. You can find something at the lowest end of things. If you're willing to give your time and this website is looking for content, might not be that hard to get into it. But you have to have low expectations about this is not going to make me money. I need to do what I love to do about it, everything like that. Now you can create yourself opportunity by doing this thing. You have to go above and beyond. So if you're, for example, say, hey, I would like to volunteer for you, X website. Hey, well, we're looking for somebody to cover NXT for us. Would you be willing to do that? Yes, absolutely. Okay. So you do that on a weekly basis. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Maybe we can pay you now if you want to write, how many articles a day and things like that. All right. All right. I'm willing to do it. I know it's not going to be a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, like I keep saying, but like that way. And the neat thing about it is like you can try to continue to make connections. So reach out to wrestlers that are not well known at this moment in time and say, hey, can I get an interview with you? Can I do an interview? Could it be audio? We could do a written piece, a feature piece on you. And like, even if your editor doesn't take it or doesn't want to use it, and I'm saying a written piece or a video component, like say they don't, just start your own YouTube channel. It's just like anything else. You create your own opportunities. And right now there's a moment for you to create a lot of your own opportunities. You have to go in with the expectation of nothing will work out. But you stay consistent. You develop your own personality. I think personality is key to try to getting yourself over, just like in pro wrestling. But you create your own voice, whether that's through writing or through, boom, what we're doing right here. And then you can maybe turn it into something. You just have to have a love for it. You have to have a belief in yourself and a belief in what you're doing. And an end game. Don't be apprehensive. That's another tip I will give you. Do not be apprehensive. Do not be afraid to put yourself out there or what you write out there. So many times I've written for an outlet and I know it's not my best work. I know it isn't. And I know I'm just kind of doing a paint by numbers kind of article here. You got to churn some stuff out sometimes, and it's not going to be what you want it to be. But you can pick and choose your moments. Be like, hey, I want to put some extra effort into this article, or I want to put some extra effort into this feature piece, or I want to make an interview out of this. Hey, and that's a good way to show people too, like samples. Say like, I'm going to use this talent as just an example because I appreciate the hustle he does. I appreciate the work and the passion he has, and he is all about it. Vinny Pacifico. So he was one of the first interviews we did for One True Sport, actually, One TS here. And I always like to help, him out and get him promoted and stuff like that because he's just keeps grinding. He's only like 25. It's just crazy. And he's just like doing all this stuff, traveling around the world, doing everything. Anywho, like, say if you want to get an interview with Vinny Pacifico. Hey, Vinny, I do all these articles. Here's some of my samples. Here's some of the work I've done. Would love to get like a 20-minute interview with you to talk about something. You're just laying groundwork. You're getting experience. You're getting practice swings in. And like you are making connections at the same time. So you keep building that up. You keep building that up. You keep building that up. Stuff will happen for you. Somebody I can use that as an example here. That did do that was oh my gosh, I don't know if this is his last name, but he goes by Muscle Man Malcolm. Some of you guys might know who he is. He's a very big personality that really just did what I just told you. I remember first seeing him at the MLW show in Texas for WrestleMania weekend, and he was there and he was just cutting his teeth. Like, I can't remember what outlet he was for or if he was just doing his own thing, but like now he gets into the WWE media stuff. He does the scrum. I think he at least does the press junkets. And so I see him all over the place and he is hustling. He's doing what he can. And that's the name of the game. So basically, how do you get into it? You just got to be willing to do stuff. And I say, a lot of people tell you have to get paid for what you do. And yeah, there's a certain yes. But don't be afraid to just volunteer, just to get your foot in the door. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I think, you just got to be willing to like do stuff and write and stay consistent. Consistency is also key. There's so many people that will get into it and then they'll just get tired of it and then they won't do it. So just know it's something, if it's really something you want to do, if you're passionate about it, make it happen. And I believe in you. So like you just, again, show some personality through writing, through this, and just have a drive to keep doing it and understand you are not going to get paid well. Let me reiterate that you will not get paid well. Some point, hopefully you will. Maybe not. It might not be in wrestling. Might be in something else. Maybe you can make this a good, really, really good side hustle, and you could maybe turn it into something. Hey, never say never. That's why. Why do you think I'm still doing it? There you go. All right, that'll do it for this episode. I think next episode I'm going to have a little fun and talk about the atmosphere of media scrums and everything like that, the dynamic that goes on there. I'll go in a little bit more of a deep dive with all that. So if you like what you're seeing and you want me to cover specific topics, whether that's things that are going on in the wrestling journalism world, with people, personalities, anything like that, you have clips, send them to me. I will like do this thing where I'll watch them and I'll do it. Marcellus Wiley has been a big inspiration for me. If you're not familiar with who he is an former NFL player and a former ESPN and Fox Sports personality. That's what he does on his channel is he'll watch sports media and assess it, break it down, but he'll cover a lot of different topics. So I want to do that. I think I might try to do that with some of the media scrum stuff here for the next episode, but be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Follow me on X down there at Dominic DeAngelo and give me some feedback. I always appreciate any kind of criticism, constructive. If you want to have fun and make fun of me, that's fine too. Go to 1tsport.com for some cool merchandise when it comes to our other shows like 1TS Daily. Gonna have merchandise for Kick Ash, Nocturnal Knockout. We'll all get some stuff there for them, but we also have a lot of legends on our website. So go to 1tsport.com/collections, and that'll take you right to the talent page that you can pick and choose what merchandise you'd like to check out. I won't show them right now, but go there, check it out, enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed this episode too. And I will do another one here in a couple of days, I think. So I will see you next time here on Cleaning Up the Dirt Sheets.